Hey guys, it's Andrew, and today I'm going to be bringing you my Premier League predictions. My favourite video of the year to make, arguably, this is. There's going to be a lot more videos. This is going to be more of a talk sort of show thing with the Premier League this year. I want to add that sort of element to it, and hopefully we can gain more subscribers on the way. And yeah. So anyway, I'm looking for more forward to these in the Championship. I always am, because the Championship I usually do so badly in. What do I want this year from the Premier League predictions? All I want is not to get a team like 10 places out. I don't want that. I'd accept 5, maybe 6. I don't want 1 that's like 10 places off, because in my opinion that's a dread awful prediction, like West Ham. And there was another one that I really messed up. I think Palace I messed up, yeah. Anyway, 20th in the league. I've gone for Norwich. I don't think Norwich are looking that great at all. They're a team who, when they come into the Premier League, they get relegated immediately. And I'm sorry, Norwich, I think it's going to happen again, I do. Another reason why I'm going with Norwich is I think there's a team that could finish below them, but I'm not going to say them because it's a gamble. And every time I say the 20th team in the Premier League, I get it wrong. So I'm going with Norwich and hoping they go down in a way. Sorry, Norwich fans, but I am. Because I need redemption in the 20th place because I've never gotten it right before. At 19th, I've gone with Burnley. I could have put Burnley last. I think Burnley and Norwich will get relegated pretty easily, I do. I don't think they'll put up much of a fight. Chris Wood will score a few goals like Pookie will for Norwich, but I just think you haven't added enough to a squad that finished 17th last year, barely stayed up. And yes, Sean Dyche is a good manager, but he needs the tools to work with, and I don't think Burnley had the tools this year. And sorry, Burnley, I think yous are going down this season. 18 and 17, this is so tight. I'm going to get a lot of hate for 18th. But between two clubs on the South Coast, and I've backed Southampton to go down. This is a shock to some people. Look at their squad. It is awful. Is the best players James Ward-Prowse, and if he goes to Villa, yous are definitely going down if he goes. People don't understand that, I know they came mid-table last year. You cannot lose a 20-goal-a-season striker like Danny Ings and expect to stay up. You've been getting lucky, Southampton, that losing players hasn't backfired on you yet. This year it will, I think. Without the Danny Ings goals, I think you're going down. I really do. With the fewest goals in the league, I'm going to even say, and yeah. 17th and just avoiding it. Really tight between Southampton and Brighton for me, but I'm going to say Brighton. I've never ever predicted it. You can look back to all my Premier League predictions in the past on my old channel and everything. I've never in my life predicted Brighton to get relegated, and I'm keeping it that way. But if Southampton kept Danny Ings, this would have been a different tale completely. It would have been. But I'm going to say Brighton survive just because Graham Potter is a good manager. And I think he's better than the manager Ralph for Southampton. And I think Brighton will stay up. But it's not going to be easy. 16th, Watford. I think Watford I don't think Watford are that good going into it. They might be in the relegation battle. I think they'll be in it for a while, but will stay up easily enough. You haven't added on a squad that went down a few years ago. You got way too many strikers, you have, which I think's madness. And I think you will be good enough to survive this year in the Premier League. I do back you to do that. But I don't think you have improved that much, and that might hurt you, say, next year. And don't go sacking managers every week in a season, Watford, if you want to stay up. But yeah, welcome back, Watford, and yep. 15, I've gone with Newcastle. Newcastle always stay up, don't they? But their squad is getting more and more stale. It is. Steve Bruce is a good manager. In my opinion, he's actually quite good. The way he can stabilise a team and keep them up. That's all Newcastle is now. That is literally all Newcastle is stabilising. 15th in the league should be an embarrassment for you, Newcastle. It should. You should be fighting for Europe. I'm not saying Champions League, but you should be in the European fight. Your squad, though, is nowhere near the levels. Your manager is nowhere near the levels. 15th, yeah. Gone for 14th. A team you probably will be surprised I haven't mentioned yet. Brentford. And I've said it for a few years now. Brentford will go to the Premier League eventually. And when they do, I expect them to stay for a few years. I do. I think Tony's going to have a brilliant season in front of goal. I do. We'll get an England cap. And I think he will lead Brentford to 14th in the league. It's a good Brentford team that has great team spirit around it at the minute. And I'm backing Brentford to stay up. Might be wrong. This could be one of them that I think, oh God, what was I thinking? But I'm going to say it. Brentford stay up. 13th, West Ham. I don't know if West Ham fans will like this, particularly when I gave them a poor sort of thing last year. West Ham, you're just not going to have the same year you had last year. I'm sorry, but there's no way a squad like you, without your best player from last year, Jesse Lingard, you've lost your best player in that remark. You're in Europe. You're West Ham. I'm sorry, but I cannot see you pushing on this year and getting another top half finish. Maybe you might creak in the 10th. I don't know. But my opinion, 13th. 12th, I've gone for a team that many of you will be surprised I haven't mentioned yet. Crystal Palace. Yep, how the tables have turned. Me backing Crystal Palace to do something. They're going down because I'm backing them. No, Palace, please, I am begging you. Do not do what Sheffield United did to me last year. Where the previous year I said you'd do nothing and then stay up. And then go down the next year. Please don't do this to me, Palace. Nah. Vieira, I think, will be a good coach. Zaha will score loads of goals. Be a party atmosphere at Palace. Some people are backing Palace to be in a European fight. I wouldn't go that far, but I do think 12th place will be a good finish for Palace. 11th, 10th and 9th are very tight. Any one of these could finish anywhere. 11th, I've gone with Leeds. And I backed Leeds to get top half last year. They did. Why am I backing them to fall off a little bit this year? I just think Bamford won't have the same year. I don't think you've invested that much. Leeds, if you invest in a few players, why not? You could be in a European fight. I'm serious. And I'm backing Leeds to finish 11th, but could be higher, could be that. I don't think it'll do what Sheffield United did, where second syndrome might hit. But I do think Leeds will survive, and I think it will stabilise as a good Premier League club for the next decade. 10th, Everton. A Liverpool fan predicting Everton to have a crap year. Who would have thought? No, I've got my reasons for this, right? Everton fans hate Rafa Benitez. This is all going to end in tears. I can promise you that now. I'm going to say this. Rafa Benitez will be sacked at Christmas with Everton just above the relegation zone. Someone will come in, will stabilise them in a 10th place finish. Maybe not above the relegation, but about 15. It's not going to be pretty for Everton. As I said, Everton will have a very poor first half of the year, I think. They will sack Rafa, someone will come in and get them to 10th. And yeah. 9th, Wolves. I usually back Wolves a little too high, don't I? And maybe I've done it again. Under a new manager who nobody really knows, this might be pushing it a bit. I've got one reason. I think Wolves really struggled last year because they lost Jimenez. The top scorer only scored like 5 goals or something. Jimenez is back now. You shouldn't have problems scoring goals. Jimenez had a good tournament with Mexico in the Gold Cup. And I'm backing Wolves to do well this year. Maybe not 9th, maybe about 11th, but they'll be better than last year, I think. And yeah. 8th. This is the lowest prediction I've ever given to this club. Arsenal. Okay, let me give you a little story. The last 2 years I backed Arsenal to do something. Both times they massively let me down. So no, you're not getting a good prediction from me this year, Arsenal. And I'm going to say this. Arsenal, you could finish way lower than this. You don't know how far you could drop this season. Your best player is Aubameyang, who's getting on. I don't think he'll be that good this year. I don't think Pepe will be that good. And I'm expecting you to have a really bad year. Like, really bad. Mikel Arteta will probably be sacked by the end of this year. And I'm expecting you to struggle. Simple as that. As I say, there's no knowing how low you could go this year. And the same goes to 7th place Spurs. As I said, there's no telling how low you could drop this year either. If you lose Kane, you're screwed. If you keep Kane, you're screwed. I think you're screwed either way, Spurs, this year. Nuno is a good manager. Is he really good enough, though, to get you back to the top 4? No, he's not. Because the reason why I'm saying Harry Kane staying might be bad for Spurs, you've got a player who doesn't want to be there, sulking around, and I think he'll have a poor year, Kane. I think Kane will leave Spurs in January to go to Man City. That's my prediction. And I think he'll rip the place up for City. But I think Spurs are going to be so bad. I think it might even improve without Kane in the second half of the year, finishing 7th. But we'll see. 6th, Leicester. This is a good... Okay, I've got reasons for Leicester. You've lost Fofana for a while. Big blow. I also think with you being in Europe this year, I think you're going to go far in Europe. I'm going to say this. Europa League losing finalists to Sevilla 2-1. I've said it. That's my prediction. And I think you will lose in the Carabao Cup final too to Man City. You think you'll get to that final? I think City will win the League Cup again, and yeah. As I said, I just think you'll fall off a little bit in the league and go from 5th to 6th. Nothing major, but a bit of a drop off. 5th. Now, a lot of you will be thinking, I haven't said this club yet, and I think I predicted them to go down last year. Aston Villa 5th. This is the one that I'm going to look back on, and I'm immediately going to think, oh God, it's going to be like the Reading prediction. Although, by the way, I did not know Reading had a transfer ban. So that cocked me in the Championship. Villa, you've got money behind you. I know you've lost Grealish. Believe me, though, this is not bad for Villa. Grealish going is not going to be the end of your Premier League status. Believe me, you will be very good this year. I think Bailey will be there. Watkins will get goals. You have Danny Ings. That's a great attack. You've got a decent midfield already, a decent backline, a great keeper. Believe me, Aston Villa will be in Europe next year. They're going to get in the top 7. I promise you that. I think they'll finish 5th. I know people will think it's a 2009 again, me predicting Villa 5th. Believe me, this will surprise people. Under the top 4, this will be the top 4 by a mile. And 4th, I have to do it. Sorry to us. 4th, Liverpool. Yeah, we're not buying anyone. we're screwed. Like, we're not buying anyone. The fans want the owners out big time. This is going to be another meltdown. Just with maybe fewer injuries. I just think the other three big clubs have spent money. We haven't. So I'm expecting us to finish fourth this year. Do I think we can win the Premier League? Be contenders, that'd be nice. We need a midfielder. We need a striker. There's still time to get one. If we do get one, we could win the league. But I just don't think we will because we haven't got that. And yeah. Third, Chelsea. They're the champions of Europe. They are. They've just signed Romelu Lukaku, who's the most expensive player of all time right now. Over all of his transfer fees. Like Man United, Inter, all of that. He's going to get Chelsea more goals this year. I believe that. I just don't know if you have the back line to really be there with Man City and win the league. Or Man United and win the league. I think you're going to struggle this year to win the league. I'm going to say this, FA Cup glory though. FA Cup glory. I back you to win the FA Cup. Beating Man United in the final, let's just go with. And yeah. Second, I think I already spoiled it by accident, Chelsea one, but no need for a drum roll because it's obvious who I'm going to say is going to win the league. Second, Man United. Back-to-back second place finishes. Varane will stabilise that defence. I think they'll be a bit closer to Man City maybe this year. But it's still not going to be a title race. Like, Varane will be good. Sancho, I don't know about Sancho if he's going to be that good for United. Honestly, I don't know. We will see. Time will tell. I just think United are missing a goal scorer up front. Cavani is good, but he's ageing. And maybe another midfielder would be nice. Pogba doesn't turn up enough for United. And I think Ollie is not good, and he's not a good enough manager to win the Premier League. I don't think Ollie will ever win the Premier League with United, and yeah. First place, Man City. Close the book, because we all know. Yeah, why am I backing Man City to win the league again? Harry Kane will come in the second half of the year, as I said. He'll be that goal scorer to just confirm the league title. You've got the best defence in the league. You forgot. In my opinion, you've got the best back line in the league. You've got a really good team. You've got De Bruyne, the best player in the league. This Man City team will win the league, and I'm even going to say this. If Man City buy Kane, I think they'll win the Champions League too, and the League Cup. I think they won't do the quad. I don't think they'll win the FA Cup, but I do back them to win 3 trophies this year. I think if City buy Kane, they win the Champions League. If they don't, PSG win it. PSG have to win it though. Realistically, they've got the best team in the world. PSG should be winning the Champions League. But I'm going to say Man City will win the Champions League this year. And the Premier League. Anyway, it's been me. See you next time.